Okay, so this goes back into the review from previously as far as the unboxing. Well, it turns out that 3 out of the 4 came with the stickers that goes on the shocks, and the 4th one didn't. I've emailed the guy back to see what we can do about it, but I mean, you know, it's no big deal. You can't really see them from the front anyway, but it's one of them situations where you wish that people would send you all of your stuff. Otherwise, they did great. Anyway, this part is going to be about the installation. So far, the only pain that I've had is trying to find the right size socket and wrench for the bottom here. Now, I don't know about the earlier models, but on a 98, the bottom one is going to be a 21 millimeter socket, well, obviously with the ratchet, and then your wrench here, socket. Anyway, that's the bottom. Now, as far as the top, it's there, which I know it's probably going to be maybe a 13. But we'll conclude this as soon as I get this one off and get the other on. Okay, so I found another difficult thing, but I have found the secret to it. I'm assuming that for these type of shocks you would need a some sort of a damn, I had a brain fart. Press to push these here, which mounts to the top under the bed of the truck. If you look here, you got to get this bushing right here out, and somehow you got to get that in. Well, if you look right here, we got it in there. Now, let me tell you something. You're going to need a little bit of grease or some kind of penetrating oil or something. And what I ended up having to do was I pulled the bushing itself out, took the pin, stuck it in the bushing itself, took one of those little 4x4 blocks there, sat the whole bushing, and bear with me now, took the whole bushing and everything, well, which would be, it would actually be sitting like this, and say the shock would be sitting on top of this, put it on the board and stabilized it, and put my weight on the shock itself and pushed it in. The oil helped, or grease, whatever you use. Still ain't got them on yet, but working on it. Okay, so finally I got the back done. As you can see, they're on. See the nice sticker. Yeah. Boot. Now, just for further reference for you know, other people who may be trying to put these on or whatever. Those two up there, what you're gonna do, or what you should do, this is what I did, was I put them in first, because me trying to put that one in, and don't mind the grease, that was to help get the bushing in. Putting that one in first and then going up here and trying to put those in was just a nightmare. And this side was actually easier than the driver's side, but you can't see really well. But anyway, on to the front next. Here we are starting on the front. You can see so far I had to take the splash guard off in order to get to the top bolts. This side here is a 19. This side here is an 18. And I'm hoping that what's down there is the same. We'll find out in a little bit. Okay, so I finally just now getting done. I'm guessing it's roughly probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock here. Maybe 7, I don't know. I haven't looked at the time. I haven't kept up with it or whatever. But yeah, I just finished up and about to just take it around the block real quick just to see how everything rides. It's part of my installation review and all that stuff. So far it feels a lot better on the bumps because I have a dip at the end of my driveway. Now, granted, the tires I have on these 22s aren't the best. They're old. I didn't buy them new. I bought them used for like all four for like 140 bucks. And you know, they've got some age on them. I try to get my money's worth out of everything I buy. I mean, I don't care what it is. Anybody who knows me and knows me well knows I will rock it till literally it falls apart. If I can't keep it together, that is. But this truck here, it's my toy, it's my baby. I gotta keep it going. So far, so good. It rides great compared to what was on it originally. The if I'm not mistaken, I want to say 88 through 98. Maybe older. I mean, I don't know what they put on the older ones, but I know on all the older, the trucks this year, as far as the 88 through 98 models, all have, or most that I know of anyway, have the Bilstein shocks on them. They're yellow and they got a bright blue boot. So like I said, you know, just drove it around the block to see how it rode. It rides a lot smoother. No kidding. Now, as far as the installation goes, the bushings, which, you know, I'll show, you'll see in this video, they give me a little bit of a fit. And I'm gonna say, if you don't have the means, or some people don't have the upper strength to put them in, and I damn near almost couldn't do it myself, you know. I'm 5'8" and 200 pounds. That's some tough stuff, but I guess what I'm saying is that if you can't do it, you may have to take it to a shop and have them put the bushings in. But if you do manage to do it, then good for you, you know. And the front was a little tricky. If you've never taken the shocks out of this truck before, you're in for a treat. That's all I'm gonna say on that, because I can't really explain how to put them in without either A, scratching them up, or B, getting really frustrated and wanting to just throw it across the yard and just saying forget it and walk away. Now, if you're a smoker, step back, smoke a cigarette, and just relax for a minute. If you're a non-smoker, step back, have a mental cigarette. It makes everything so much easier, and you'll get it done. It just takes a little bit of willpower and a little bit of time. I know when I put the rear ones on, the passenger side, I had to take it off twice, and it was my mistake the first time. I didn't think it was going to need a. The kit came with like these little shims, little metal shims, and you've got to put the shims in. Well, I know I did. That comes with, like, I don't know, maybe 4 or so different shims, and it's for different bolt sizes and, you know, shock patterns as far as how the rear end is set up in your vehicle. Probably the difference between the older model and the newer model and the 2-wheel drive and the 4-wheel drive. This is the 4-wheel drive. And, you know, I got the ES9000s because, you know, they were equivalent to what was on the truck, which was the Bilsteins, and they were nitrogen filled. So that's the reason why I got them. But you know, if you have any questions about this, feel free to ask. You know, I'll try to help as much as I possibly can. But that's pretty much all I've got to say about it. And it was definitely a learning experience. Not something I'd want to do every day, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Do the damn thing. Later.